All right. Welcome to Zaleski Sports here. We are out here live at Buchholz Park here in Stevens Point. Leo Cub-Manchesky Field, in fact. Pacelli hosting Almond-Bancroft here this Monday, May 13th. Pacelli comes in here with an overall record of 9-9. 6-3 in the conference here. Tonight's pregame brought to you by Auto Select, which is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. So again, Pacelli comes in here, overall record 9-9, 6-3 in conference. Head coach today by Wayne Sankey. Assisted here with John Rafflick, Jeff Saddlemeyer, a.k.a. Sads, and Sam Grivach. I know Joey Weinberg, also one of the coaches here for the Pacelli squad. I believe he may coach the JV group. And Almond, on the other hand, Almond-Bancroft, head coached by Rod Terzinski. Almond, again, 5-7 overall, 4-5 in the CWC South Conference. These teams met about a month or so ago, roughly, we'll say, out in Almond, and Pacelli ultimately pulled ahead and won that game, but it ended up being a very, very close game for most of the way, and Pacelli was able to come out of there with a conference victory at that time. But back at it here today at Buchholz Park. Again, our Auto Select pregame show here. Auto Select, which is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. Of course, we came from you live here on Zaleski Sports Saturday. Pacelli hosting the doubleheader with Bonduelle. Bonduelle came in here with a very solid couple of games. They were hitting the baseball extremely well. That was Don Grunwald that we had a chance to talk to, as well as Easton Ranke and Kay Johnson in our postgame show that day. It was also a momentous day as far as Pacelli Cardinals history goes, in that the 1974 WIAA state champion Pacelli Cardinal baseball team was celebrated that day. We were glad to be part of that. We'll get our starting lineups here for Almond-Bancroft. Brody Dernbach here to lead things off, catching today at one spot. Tanner TJ Lamb here, the pitcher, batting second. Hitting third, Emmett Stiles playing short here today. Shane Kleismith batting in the fourth spot, playing center field. Davis Dernbach batting fifth today in right field. Ashton Chapinski here batting sixth, second base. Tucker Stiles batting seventh, playing third base. Clarence Pratt batting eighth and playing left field. And big Aiden Phillips, number 23, the first baseman, I should say, for Almond-Bancroft. Head coached by Rod Terzinski. We'll get our starting lineups here now for Pacelli.
Now for the starting lineups for the Pacelli Catholic Cardinals. Shortstop, number 1, Malise Badou.
Junior Malise Badou to lead things off here out at short.
Center field, number 3,
Peyton Flees here, had the home run on Saturday, the towering shot.
Number 7,
Asher Jordan playing second base and batting third today.
On the mound today, number 10,
Lucas Hammerly batting fourth and pitching today. Junior Lucas Hammerly.
Number 19, Eric Ranke.
Eric Ranke will do the catching today for the Cardinals.
At third base, number 12, Sully Schober.
Sully Schober over at third base. Kel Knopper at first base.
The left fielder will be number 13,
Jaden Garski out in left, the freshman.
And out right field, number 18, Bryce.
And Bryce Flaker here will be over in right field. Head coach Wayne Sankey.
Jeff Salomar, 2003. John Rafflick, 1983. Sam Grubash, 2021.
We'll get our national anthem here, and we'll be underway momentarily here on Zaleski Sports. All right, back here, playing of our national anthem. We're ready to get things kicked off here shortly. Of course, as we were talking about earlier in the Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show, Pacelli hosted the 1974 WIAA State Champions here on Saturday afternoon. Just a very beautiful day. We had the privilege of being able to get a few words of wisdom from Coach Wendorf, Greg Wendorf, here on Saturday. We also had a chance to get to know a player from that squad as well, Paul Langley Clysmith, who I believe may have some relation here, I believe, if I recall right, to Shane Clysmith here. So he may be a bit conflicted in terms of who he would be rooting for here today if he was here. Again, Pacelli with that overall 509-9 record, 6-3 in the CWC conference. In the conference, they 3 losses came, 2 to Pittsville and then 1 to Port Edwards. So if my math is correct, I believe they sit in second place, although a fairly tight race in the CWC South Conference. Good baseball teams, no doubt. Pretty competitive balance and mix for the most part here. Pacelli will be back at it tomorrow at Rosholt for a CWC South Conference. That's a game that's being made up from a few weeks ago due to weather. They will be at Wild Rose on Thursday afternoon and back here home at Buchholz Park here, Stevens Point, the home date with Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. So Lucas Hammerly here, the junior right-hander, to lead things off on the mound here for Pacelli. Want to give thanks to our game day sponsors, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. So Brody Dernbach here to lead things off for head coach Rod Terzinski and the Almond-Bancroft Eagles here today. Beautiful day for some mid-May baseball here, spring baseball. Talk about the setting here at the beautiful Leo Cub-Manchesky Field. So Dernbach takes a swing and fouls that one off. 0-1 now here. Wisconsin River in the backdrop here. Sun is out. A little tiny bit of haze, I would say, here in a day today, but still a good day for some baseball. Pacelli again has the 3 games this week here. Almond will be back at it. They will host Bowler on Thursday Ball lifted into left field. And that will be a base hit for Dernbach.
The pitcher, number 5, Tanner Lamb.
So Dernbach with the leadoff base hit here for the Eagles. And Tanner Lamb here to his first at-bat here this afternoon. Hammerly working out of the stretch for Pacelli. First pitch called strike to Tanner. No, a lot of them might think of him as TJ, some Tanner. Official record here says Tanner, but we've called him both. Chances are he answers to both. Heck of a three-sport athlete is TJ here. Certainly we saw some good things from him out on the football field, but heck of a basketball player as well, and pretty darn good baseball player, as are most of these young men that you see out here today, from both teams for that matter, whatever their sport might be, whether it's cross country or football or basketball or baseball or any other sport. So count goes 2-1 now to Lamb. And a hitter's count 3-1 to Tanner here. With Brody Dernbach over at first. Hammerly set and the pitch. Will miss inside, so a couple of runners on now. Base on ball here for Tanner. So Emmett Stiles here, number 3 hitter, steps to the plate, looking down for some signs from his head coach over there and Rod Terzinski. So Brody Dernbach, the runner in scoring position now for Almond. And a called strike here to Emmett Stiles. Hammerly set and the pitch belted down the first base line. That will be a foul ball. So count quickly becomes 0-2 now here to Emmett Stiles. Just a perfect day here. Nice, calm Monday, mid-May kind of day. Been a number of games that have been impacted by way of weather. Certainly glad to get these games in because you just never know this time of year what time of weather you'll be looking at. So 1-2 now the count to Stiles. And a called third strike, and that's the first strikeout, which is a Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So out number 1 here for senior Shane Clysmith here, the center fielder here. And Hammerly's pitch misses down and away perhaps. So 1-0 now to Clysmith, with Davis Dernbach over in the on-deck circle for the Eagles. Ball tapped over to Hammerly. He'll make the play on it, and he will retire Clysmith on the 1-3 for out number 2. Both runners will advance 90 feet here, so Brody Dernbach down to third and TJ Lamb down to second. Davis Dernbach now here, the right fielder, in his first plate appearance here today. And a called strike here to Davis. So 0-1 now to Davis Dernbach. Ball misses out a little bit low. Eric Reinke, the freshman, able to gobble that one up behind the plate. Showed some nice athleticism there for Eric. Kind of the same thing there for Eric. So 2-1 now here to Davis Sternbach. Couple of runners in scoring position with 2 outs now. And a called strike here, so the count now goes even from Hammerly here to Davis Sternbach. That ball, fastball, misses just away now, so count goes full. Hopper down at first, Jordan at second, Badoon over at short, and Schober at third. And that ball misses just downstairs. So the base on ball will bring up Ashton Shapinski here, the second baseman here hitting today in the number 6 spot. He has bases loaded now here with 2 outs. And a called strike to Shapinski here. Hammerly's offering, this is a bit down low now, so 1-1 to Ashton. Almond with the 1 base hit thus far in this first inning of work here. Hammerly set, and the pitch a called strike 2. So Hammerly ahead now in the count 1-2 with Ashton Shapinski here. And that offering just off the plate now. Count goes even 2-2 here. Ball lifted into right, over to Flaker out in right. Flaker will get a beat on it, and that will be the end of this top half of inning number 1. One hit, no runs, no errors. We move to the bottom half of inning number 1. You are listening to and watching high school baseball. Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back in a moment.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
All right, back out here on Zaleski Sports. Dan Lau here on the production crew. Brandon Berencott on the call here today. Mutual of Wausau Insurance is protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Today also brought to you in part by Felt's Dairy Store. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. So 1 hit for the Eagles here in that last half inning. No runs, no errors. 0-0 with Pacelli coming up here. TJ Lamb, Tanner Lamb here will start things off. The left-hander, senior left-hander. Certainly a very familiar name. Seen his name in everything that he's done so well in his high school career athletically, and certainly as a student as well, no doubt. TJ, the phenomenal football player, quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, as well as a point guard over on the basketball team for the Almond-Bancroft Eagles, who did play down at state this year. So nice job to Kurt Lamb and the Almond-Bancroft boys basketball squad. A lot of those same athletes out here today, out on the baseball diamond here this afternoon. Elise Badoon will lead things off for Pacelli. Visit Marshfield. Marshfield Dairy Fest, which is May 31st through June 2nd. Check out marshfieldchamber.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend. And that's just a few short weeks away from now. A little less than 3 weeks away for that. So Melise Badoon here to lead things off here for Pacelli here today. This afternoon he'll be playing shortstop, pretty much as we've mentioned in a few of our broadcasts, the everyday shortstop here in junior Melise Badoon. Tanner Lamb here to the offering, misses upstairs, so 1-0 now here to Melise. Senior Peyton Flees in the on-deck circle for Pacelli. And ball ripped out into left. That will be a base hit for Badoon to start things off here. So a very solid base hit there for the junior Melise Badoon. Senior Peyton Flees, who we saw Saturday at a home run, had at least one throw that was something for a highlight reel from center field, made it play a throw from center to third to get the Bondwell runner out, and that was just really incredible to see. So Peyton Flees now down with the 0-1 count. Tanner Lamb here misses outside now. Count goes 1-1 here. And Badoon is aboard now. Badoon makes the throw down to first, but Lamb makes the throw to first over to Aiden Phillips. Badoon was already almost halfway between first and second at that point, and at that point with the speedy Melise Badoon, it was going to be awfully hard to get him out at that point or that juncture. So Badoon now the runner in scoring position with the stolen base. Count goes 2-1 here now to Peyton Flees. Senior Asher Jordan over in the on-deck circle here for Pacelli. Lamb misses outside now. Count goes, hitters count here. 3-1 here to Peyton Flees. And Lamb, wild pitch, that will get away from Dernbach. Runners will be over at the corner now, and Badoon able to get down to third by way of the wild pitch. And senior Asher Jordan here, the second baseman here for Pacelli. Hitting again here in the number 3 spot is Asher. Asher the Smasher, his nickname. He's been penned that at least by a few of us here. And it's something, at least for me, that's stuck really since AU baseball with Asher. Had the pleasure of coaching Asher many years ago, along with a few others, and that nickname kind of just stuck. I don't know if that's a nickname he has with his teammates, but certainly it fits, we'll say. So runners now at the corner. Nobody out here for Asher Jordan. He fouls that one back into the backstop here. So count now goes 0-1. And the steal is on with Peyton Fleas. He'll be down there, no problem. So a stolen base for Fleas. Madoon stays put over at third. Couple of runners now in scoring position for Asher Jordan. And the breaking ball in there for a called strike 2. And Lamb, one of those crafty pitchers, he's able to, another breaking ball, just misses. I say crafty as far as just being able to kind of know where he's at in the count, has a pretty nice repertoire of different pitches that he's able to show here. So ball misses out and up here, so count goes to full. We talked about Kelton Opper on Saturday and his craftiness. Ball hit skied into the air. That's should be enough to get the run in, one would think, with a speedy Badoon. Badoon will tag up. Fleas will tag and down to third. So Jordan with the RBI sac fly out to sac fly to left. So one out now here for Lucas Hammerly. Breaking ball in there to Hammer now, 0-1. Fleas over at third. Lamb coming back with a fastball. Misses just down low, perhaps it looks like. So 1-1 here now to Hammer. Hammer time here. And Lamb misses out here now, so 2-1 to Hammer time. Pretty nice pitch there by Lamb. Looks like he may have just missed now. So count goes 3-1 here to Hammerly. Ball misses inside, so Lucas will be aboard. And senior Andrew Van Order, who we saw on Saturday afternoon, he started things off for the Cardinals and had a pretty nice day hitting in that second game. 2 for 3, if my math and stats are correct. 2 for 3 for Van Order. Nice afternoon in that second game against a pretty good Bondwell team. Now Hammer will steal second base. Lamb sensed it, got the throw over to Phillips. By then, again, one of those situations where with the speedy Hammerly, it'd be awfully tough to get that throw to Lucas. A ball downstairs now to Vio. Count now 1-0. Freshman Sully Schober in the on-deck circle for Pacelli. Ball swing and a miss. And we'll skip off Dernbach's glove, I think, and that will score Peyton Fleas. And that will advance Hammerly over to third. With a 1-1 count now here for VO. Pacelli with the 2 runs here thus far. So 2-1 now here to VO. Van Order, nicknamed VO. Ball lifted into the air in center. That's going to be a base hit for Van Order. Keeps an hot hitting going here. And he gets an RBI as a result. So Hammerly coming in to score. So Van Order, we saw him swinging a hot bat on Saturday in game number 2. And that ball was going to be a tough ball to make a play on no matter what. So VO aboard now here. Schober takes strike one here, so 0-1. Junior Kelton Opera over in the on-deck circle here. And count now goes 0-2 to Schober with Jaden Garski hustling for that foul-tipped baseball. Ball in the dirt. Skips away, and Van Order down there to second. Pass ball there for the Eagles here. So Van Order now in scoring position here. Just the one out here for Schober. Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. So 1-2 here now to Schober, and a swing and a miss for out number 2. TJ going with the fastball to retire Schober. Junior Kelton Opera here with 2 outs. And we saw him pitch on Saturday afternoon in that first game with Bonduelle and pitched a very good game, quality start. And a called strike here to Kelton against a very good Bonduelle team on Saturday. And as Coach Don Grunwald had mentioned in our Zaleski Sports postgame, our Nasonville Dairy postgame, they were hitting the baseball, Bonduelle, and when you are hitting the baseball like they were, that's certainly a recipe for some good things to happen out on the diamond. So call strike to Opper here now, 1-2. With Jaden Garski over in the on-deck circle here for Pacelli. Off-speed pitch fouled back here, so count does remain 1-2 here now to Opper. 3-0 here, Pacelli, bottom half of inning number 1. And a swing and a miss, so Opper down on strikes. The third out here, Pacelli gets 2 hits. They get 3 runs or no errors. We move to the second inning here today. Pacelli up 3-0. You're listening to and watching high school baseball, Pacelli baseball, here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza, hand-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce, toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
All right, we are back out here on Zaleski Sports here for the start of inning number 2. Pacelli with a 3-0 advantage here heading into the second inning here of play. Lucas Hammerly out for his second inning of work here. Happy to be here on the call here with Zaleski Sports. Brandon Barancott again with Dan Lau here on production today. Just a beautiful baseball weather type day here out at Buchholz Park here in Stevens Point at the famous Leo Cub Manchesky Field here. So Hammerly goes off speed here to Tucker Styles here. So count goes now to 0-1. Tucker hitting today in the number 7 spot here for the Eagles, the third baseman here today. Hammerly coming back with a fastball. Tucker got a piece of that, fouled it back into the waiting mitt of Eric Reinke there. And it called third strike, and that is a Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice. in cleanup and restoration. So out number 1 here by way of the strikeout. Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Hammerly's second here of the afternoon. So Clarence Pratt here, the left fielder here. Looks at ball 1 here. 1-0 now to Pratt. Hammerly with the fastball in there, so 1-1 now. Junior Aiden Phillips over in the on-deck circle for Almond-Bancroft. So Hammer misses outside. Count goes now 2-1. Hammer coming back here, a swing and a miss to Pratt. So count goes even now at 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Swinging. Round number 2, and that's another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration here. So Hammerly with 3 strikeouts thus far. That third Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here today. Aiden Phillips here, the junior right-hander, first baseman. Swings at strike 1 here. Ball ripped into the hole, base hit for the big guy, Aiden Phillips, and he will be aboard for Almond-Bancroft. Go back to the top of the order, and Brody Dernbach, he is 1 for 1, had a base hit back in the last inning here. Shuda Funeral Home is your local family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. Shuda Funeral Home of Stevens Point and Plover. So Dernbach 1 for 1 here today. Looks at a ball low and in. So count now 1-0 here to Brody. Aiden Phillips on at first. 2 outs here. Hammerly's offering pitch misses. Outside now, so 2-0 to Dernbach, Brody Dernbach. Not to be confused with Davis Dernbach. Couple of Dernbachs on the team here. So count now 2-1 to Brody Dernbach. Brody swings through strike 2 here. Count goes even at 2 here. Tanner Lamb in the on-deck circle for the Almond-Bancroft Eagles. Should Brody reach here? Count now goes full to Dernbach. And that's going to be in the gap. That'll be trouble. Aiden Phillips is already on his way even before that. So a base hit for Dernbach, but he will be out by way of trying to stretch it into a double. And the run will not score. And that will be the third outs here. So we have moved to the bottom half of inning number 2. Pacelli still up 3-0 here. You're listening to and watching high school baseball, Pacelli Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
All right, back here out on Zaleski Sports. Almond came out of there with the 2 base hits. Aiden Phillips had a single. Brody Dernbach credited with a single. However, the out made on the base paths before Phillips could score, keeping the game here 3-0 as we move into the bottom half of inning number 2 here today. Tanner Lamb will be back at it for his second inning of work here. He'll see Jaden Garski and Bryce Flaker here, followed by Melise Badoon to start inning number 2 here today. One of our many game day sponsors here, Rock and Roll Cafe. Treat the whole family to breakfast or lunch at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Mexican and American dishes cooked to perfection daily on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. So Jaden Garski here, and I think that is a Coach Joey Weinberg sighting here. Hustling down over, I think that's Joey anyways. Looks to be. So Coach Sankey's entire coaching staff here on hand now. Many of them Pacelli alumni. Many but not all. So Lamb's first pitch misses outside to Garski. With a 1-0 count now to the freshman and Jaden Garski. Ball a little bit upstairs now. And a called strike here to Garski. 2-1 here. And that ball just misses inside here. So count goes, hitters count 3-1 now to Jaden. Pacelli with 2 hits thus far. And Garski will be aboard for the first base runner in this first inning. Pacelli with the 2 hits, the 3 runs. No errors to this point. And freshman Bryce Flaker, the right fielder here. He had a play out in right field last inning. So Lamb misses out here, 1-0 now to Flaker. Pacelli bench starting to get a little, we'll say, energetic. Team spirit. Lamb's throw over to Phillips at first. Garski retreats back in. Phillips applies the tag over there. Oh, nobody out here now. 1-0 count to freshman Bryce Flaker. Showing bunt. And a called strike now. So count goes 1-1 here to Bryce Flaker. A few more Pacelli fans and faithful strolling into Buchholz here. So Lamb will get Flaker on the 1-3 for out number 1. They mentioned a few more fans filing in here today. Strolling in on a beautiful Monday afternoon baseball contest, CWC South Conference game. Melise Badoon had a base hit, a stolen base, and a run scored his last at-bat here. So Badoon 1-for-1 here today, looks at ball 1. The 1 out here. (2-0) now here to Lamb. And Badoon, healthy cut there, just missed on that. Got a piece of the baseball, however, so count goes 2-1 now here to Badoon. Off-speed pitch misses a bit upstairs, so count goes to 3-1 here to Badoon. Ball added foul into the backstop. Full count now. That's Peyton Fleece to hustle over for that ball. So count now full here to, and Lamb, the throw back down to second. Overshoots it a bit. And Garski will be in there for a sliding, we'll call it a, well, he will be aboard. I'm not sure if that will be considered technically a stolen base, but in any event, he is just 90 feet away here for Pacelli. And Lamb just misses here, so Badoon Peyton Flees here. He walked and scored a run, stole a base, his last at bat here for Pacelli. Runners at the corner now for Peyton. And the speedy Badoon takes off, and he is in there with a stolen base. Not going to get Badoon on that. So second and third runners with one out here. Flees lifts it down the right field line. We'll see if that will be a base hit for Flees. He's going to two. A couple runs will score. Garski will score, as will Badoon, and Flees aboard with an RBI double. A nice job there for Peyton, one of the senior leaders here. And that brings up senior Asher Jordan here. Asher had the sac fly out to left, his last at bat here today. And Asher is hit by a pitch here. Rocky Rococo's pan-style pizza and pasta is a Stevens Point favorite for dine-in, takeout, or delivery. Always supporting local and always an easy and affordable choice for your next family night out, fast food on the go, or even your next catering event for a party or work function. Enjoy Rocky Rococo's in Stevens Point. So we'll see here. Looks like Coach Terzinski saying a few words along with the rest of the Eagles squad. We'll stay right here momentarily, and if there is a pitching change, then we'll take a few moment pause. I don't know that there will be one at this point. So Flees with the double here. Asher Jordan over at first by way of the hit by pitch. And Lucas Hammerly to try to keep things going here. One of our many game day sponsors here in Staub Construction. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. So Hammerly now walked his last at-bat, scored a run, and stole a base. Lamb's throw down to second for Flees over there. Flees to stay put. Jordan down at first here. Chelly with the 3 hits here thus far. Couple runners going. Good throw down to third. Just not quite there in time, and Flees will be in for a stolen base. And Asher Jordan with a stolen base as well. So 1-0 here now to Hammerly. Lamb going with the fastball. Count now 1-1 here to Hammerly. And count now goes 1-2. Hammerly fouls that back into the fence here. Backstop. Lamb from the stretch and the pitch. Batted foul. That's going to maybe reach the parking area perhaps. And count will be 1-2 here. Lamb's offering so Hammerly will be aboard on the drop third strike. Andrew Van Order here. Andrew had a base hit his last at-bat and stolen base as well. We'll get Nick Grivach out here, the pinch runner for Pacelli, to run here for Lucas Hammerly. And Andrew Van Order, VO here, looking to stay hot here for the Cardinals. He's got bases full of Pacelli Cardinals here, just the one out. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. So Lamb's offering misses a bit upstairs now, 1-0 to Van Order. 2-0 here now to VO. And VO swings through a strike here from Lamb. Sully Schober over in the on-deck circle right now for Pacelli. Brief pause here. Van Order back in the box here. And a called strike. So 2-2 now to Andrew Van Order. And VO swing and a miss, so that is out number 2 here. Third baseman Sully Schober here. He is 0 for 1 this afternoon. Bases loaded now. Two outs here. And Lamb's pitch, a called strike here to Schober. Coach Sankey saying to go get one here. And Schober swings through that 0-2 now here to Sully. And that ball misses outside here now to Sully. So a 1-2 count here. Peyton Flees out at third. And a called third strike. So Tanner Lamb retires Schober for the third out here. And that is the end of 2 complete here. We get a run and, beg your pardon, 2 runs, 1 hit. Pacelli now with a 5-0 advantage. We move to the top half of inning number 3. You're listening to and watching high school baseball, Pacelli Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. We'll be
You're
back.
tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Buy 3 Goodyear tires and 1 is free has been extended at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $200 back on 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. Buy 3 and 1 is free in March at Sherrill Tire and Auto. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
All right, back here out on Zaleski Sports here. Ready to start inning number 3 here. Lucas Hammerly back out on the hill for the Cardinals in his 3rd inning of work here. He will be greeted by Tanner Lamb to start things off here for Almond-Bancroft. Emmett Stiles to follow, followed by Shane Kleismith. So Pacelli with the 5-0 advantage here, top half of inning number 3. TJ Lamb to lead things off. Lamb walked his first at-bat back over in inning number 1. So a 1-0 count now here to Hammerly. Ball misses up here, so 2-0 now from Hammerly to Lamb. That ball hit sharply into the center fielder there in Peyton Fleece, so Lamb with a base hit to start things off here for Almond. Shortstop Emmett Stiles here. He is 0 for 1 here this afternoon. Hammerly from the stretch here. And the pitch hit sharply over to Schober. He'll go to 2 with it. And they will turn the double play. So Schober to start things off. The 5-4-3 double play here.
The center fielder, number 10, Shane Kleismith.
Tailor-made, they say. Tailor-made double play. So a strike now to Shane Kleismith. 0 for 1 here today. Ball misses out here, so count now 1-1 on Shane. Ball hit sharply over to Badoon at short. And Kleismith hustling through that one. I believe they're going to score that an E6, I believe.
Right fielder, number 19, Davis Dernbach.
So Davis Dernbach now, he walked his last at-bat over in inning number 1. Ball down low here to Davis. A couple outs here with Kleismith over at first. That's going to be a base hit down the line for Davis Dernbach. The speedy Kleismith heading into third. And Davis Dernbach with a double here. Dernbach and Kleismith over at third. Ashton Shapinski here. He 0 for 1 here. Flew out to right field his last at-bat over in inning number 1. And they're going to get Lucas Hammerly with a balk, it looks like, I believe. So that will advance the first runner and Kleismith home. So Kleismith will score. Davis Dernbach will advance over to third by way of the balk. That ball lifted out to second. Jordan camping out over there for it, and that will be out number 3. That will end the top half of inning number 3. Almond comes up with a couple of hits, a run, 1 error. We will move to the bottom half of inning number 3. 5-1 our score, Pacelli. You are listening to and watching high school baseball, Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Hello, Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Feltz Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Feltz Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, back out here on Zaleski Sports. A pitching change here for Almond-Bancroft. Emmett Stiles coming on for the Eagles here. Tanner Lamb goes over to short. Tanner went 2 innings, had 4 strikeouts, and I would say pitched fairly well, only, I believe 3 hits. But he gives way here to Emmett Stiles here, the right-hander here, to lead things off here with Kelton Opper here. Opper is 0 for 1 here this afternoon. And that pitch misses down, so 1-0 now here to Opper. That ball batted out of play here, foul. So count now goes 1-1 here to Opper. Farner Asphalt want to make excellent seasonal money in a short window of time this spring, summer, and fall. Joining Farner Asphalt, your locally owned leader in pavement contracting. Farner is the industry leader in quality service and, most importantly, safety. Take advantage of these excellent seasonal wages and apply today at farnerasphalt.com. Count now goes 1-2 here to Opper. Jaden Garski, the freshman, on deck here for Pacelli. Ball just missed outside here, so count now goes 2-2 here to Opper. Ball batted sharply over to third. And Opper will be retired by way of the 5-3 from that was Tucker Stiles there with a long throw over to Aiden Phillips for the 5-3 out here. First out here for Jaden Garski. Garski walked his last at-bat and scored a run back over in inning number 2. He swings and misses through strike 1 here now from Emmett Stiles. Well, Stiles working out of the stretch, his pitch, and ball batted foul by Garski. 0-2 now here to Jaden, with freshman Bryce Flaker over in the on-deck circle for Pacelli. Nobody on here for Pacelli. The one out here and an 0-2 count on Garski. And a swing and a miss for strikeout, and that is out number 2 here. First strikeout here for Emmett Stiles in his first inning of work here in relief, out in inning number 3 here. So Bryce Flaker here. Bryce 0 for 1 here this afternoon. Stiles' pitch misses a bit inside perhaps, so 1-0 now to Flaker. Flaker swings and misses, so 1-1 now here to Bryce. And a called strike here to Bryce. So 1-2 now with 2 outs. Stiles from the stretch and the pitch. A swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Brody Dernbach will gather it up and make the throw down to first to retire Bryce Flaker here. No runs, no hits, no errors. We move to the top of inning number 4 here. Pacelli with the 5-1 advantage. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here, Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shy.
Shy is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
All right, we are back out here on Zaleski Sports here. We move to inning number 4 here. Pacelli with the 5-1 advantage here. I give thanks to our many game day sponsors here. SC Swiderski and SCS Apartment or Home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. And looks like we might have a pinch hitter here, perhaps. I believe this is the spot that Tucker Stiles normally hits in here. I don't, however, have a name for this young man. Did not see that on our card here. No, Hammerly's offering is outside, so 1-0 now. So 1-1 here. And 1-2 our count here. And that ball lifted foul. Let's see if I have a... So 1-2 now the count here. And Hammerly misses upstairs. The count now goes to 2-2 here. Nobody out here for Almond. Top half of inning number 4. Ball lifted into the right field area. That's going to be a base hit. And Clarence Pratt here. He is 0 for 1 here this afternoon. The left fielder, number 3, Clarence Pratt. With a runner over at first. Hammerly working out of the stretch. Ball hit into the gap. And that will be trouble. That will be down. That'll be extra bases for Pratt. And he'll be in with a stand-up double. So Pratt with a double now, 1 for 2 today. And that brings up Aiden Phillips. He is 1 for 1, had a base hit back over in inning number 2 here today, did Aiden. A couple of base runners here in scoring position for Aiden. And Hammerly with a called strike. A couple runners in scoring position. Almond threatening now. Nobody out here. Hammerly working out of the stretch. And a called strike, too, to the first baseman here, junior Aiden Phillips. And Phillips stays alive, gets a piece of that baseball. So 5-1 our score here. Almond-Bancroft with 7 base hits thus far. Phillips hits that over to Badun at short. He'll make the throw over to first. And Phillips will get the RBI by way of a 6-3. Pratt over at second and Brody Dernbach here. Brody with a couple of base hits today here for Ullman, 2 for 2. Base hit over in inning 1, base hit over in inning 2. Runner in scoring position now for Brody here. Hammerly's pitch lifted into shallow center. Flea's coming on for it. And he will make an incredible play. I had to see if that was caught or not, and it was. So Peyton Flea is laying out for it to retire Brody Dernbach there. As we mentioned in our pregame Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show, Peyton showing some very solid defensive plays. That was one of them. So Pratt will be down to third. 2 outs now here. 1-0 here now to Tanner Lamb. He is 1 for 1. He walked and had a base hit back over in inning 3. 1-0 here now to Lamb. A pass ball, and that will score a run as Pratt coming on in here for the third run. 2-0 count now here to Lamb. So 5-3 our score. And 3-0 now to Tanner here. And a 4-pitch walk here for TJ. He will be aboard here. With 2 outs, Coach Sads will say a few words here. Don't know that we'll have a change. If we do, we'll make a pause for commercial. I don't think we will, however. In the meantime, Point Brewing, the Stevens Point Brewer, is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics. Experience the many refreshing flavors of Point Gourmet sodas. Handcrafted in small batches, each flavor is perfected for your enjoyment, from tasty black cherry cream to the world-famous Point root beer. Every bottle is in the house. So Saddlemeyer says a few words here to his junior right-hander, Lucas Hammerly. Hammer will stay in. Lamb down at first. That ball gets away to Rinke. And Emmett Stiles here is 0 for 2 this afternoon. Grounded into the 5-4-3 double play back in inning number 3. Lamb down at second. Hammerly works out of the stretch here. Ball misses high now to Lamb. Ball misses downstairs a bit here, so count now goes to 2-1. With Lamb, the lead base runner, out at second for Almond. And a called strike. So a 2-2 count now here to Emmett Stiles. Ball lifted high into the air. Hopper giving chase to it, and that will be the end of this half inning of play. That will be the third out. Couple of base hits, couple of runs. Score 5-3. We move to the bottom half of inning number 4. Pacelli up 5-3. You're listening to and watching high school baseball. Pacelli Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com. You want a job? You want a career? Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point is hiring. Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point needs laborers, truck drivers, and equipment operators now. Enjoy year-round benefits by calling Farner Asphalt 800-332-3360 to apply, or go to Farner Asphalt. Farner Asphalt is an equal opportunity employer including disability and veterans.
All right, we are back out here on Zaleski Sports out here at Bucco Park here in Stevens Point. Almond-Bancroft got a couple runs that last half inning of work here with a couple of base hits. Score now 5-3 Pacelli, bottom half of inning number 4 coming up here. Point Heating and Cooling in Stevens Point and Plover with more than 100 years of making your home and businesses comfortable. Call Point Heating and Cooling or visit pointheating.com. So Stiles back out onto the hill for Almond-Bancroft. Melise Badoon to lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 4. He is 1 for 1 here, walked his last at-bat, scored a couple runs here today. And that pitch misses high now to Badoon. Badoon had the base hit back in inning 1 to lead the game off here for Pacelli. And a called strike here to Badoon. So 1-1 here now to Melise. Stiles from the stretch and the pitch here. Belted for a base hit. Badoon's second hit here today. Badoon to lead things off here. Badoon stays hot, 2 for 2 here. Peyton Flees had a double his last at-bat, so 1 for 1 today. Walked and scored a run. A few stolen bases as well for Peyton here. And Flees pokes that one out of play here. So Badoon over at first. Pretty decent lead over there. Stiles checks on him. Phillips applies the tag. Badoon back in safely. A little bit more dirt on that jersey than before. Stiles offering that ball added foul here into the backstop. And Badoon stealing the base. And Badoon will go back. Foul ball here. So 0-2 now to senior Peyton Fleece, who again is 1 for 1 here this afternoon with a double and a walk. And a called third strike, so Flees will be retired. Asher Jordan here. He walked his last at-bat here. 1 out here now for Asher, with Melise Badoon down at first. Ball hit sharply. And a double play. Nifty play there by Almond-Bancroft for the inning-ending double play. So a couple double plays turned here, one by each team. That will be the end of 4 complete. 5-3 Pacelli we head to inning number 5. You're listening to and watching high school baseball. Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
All right, we are back out here on Zaleski Sports. We move to inning number 5 here. Pacelli 5-3 advantage here. Pacelli with the 5 runs here on 4 hits. Almond-Bancroft with the 7 hits and the 3 runs here, each team with an error. Lucas Hammerly out here to work through inning number 5 here with Shane Clysmith coming up here for Almond. Clysmith 0 for 2 here today and looks at a strike here from Hammerly. Davis Dernbach over in the on-deck circle here. So a 1-1 count now to Clysmith. That ball hit awfully hard into left. Clysmith heading in for a stand-up double to lead things off here for Almond-Bancroft. That ball had a charge in it. So Davis Dernbach here. He is 1 for 1 this afternoon. Had a double back over in inning 3. Walked his first at-bat. Hammerly out on the hill from the stretch here. And his pitch hit into the air. Hammerly will retire Davis Dernbach for out number 1. And Ashton Shapinski here. He is 0 for 2 here on this afternoon. So Hammerly working with a 1 out here. 2-run advantage for Pacelli. Clysmith going the throw down to third, not going to be in time. Clysmith will be there for a stolen base. And a 1-0 count here now to Shapinski. A called strike. Ball lifted foul here. Home Furniture, turn your house into a home and shop. Home Furniture on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. So Hammerly with the 1-2 count, 1 out here. Coming in with a fastball, misses high here to Shapinski here. So 2-2 now to Ashton. And a swing and a miss, and that is the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout, called Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. ball misses high here. I believe this may be Keegan Nye, perhaps. So 2-1 here. Ball hit down to third, over to Schober. He'll go to first with it for the 5-3 out here. That will be the end of top half of inning number 5 here. A base hit by Clysmith, no runs. We move to the bottom of the 5th here. Score still 5-3. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
All right, we are back out here on Zaleski Sports here. Pacelli with the 5-3 lead. Here we go into the bottom half of inning number 5 out here at Buchholz Park here in Stevens Point. Emmett Stiles here for Almond will get another inning here of work. You'll see Lucas Hammerly, Andrew Van Order, and Sully Schober here. Egg Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Contact Egg Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. Also brought to you today by Maida. When it comes to customized apparel or your local sports team apparel, turn to Maida in Stevens Point. From corporate outings to outfit your club or sports team, Maida has all you could need. So Stiles here to Hammerly. And that ball misses upstairs. So 1-0 now to Lucas. And a called strike here to Lucas. And ball hit very well into the gap there for Lucas. We'll see if he goes extra bases. He will be in for a single. So Hammerly aboard with a base hit for his way to start things off here for Pacelli. Andrew Van Order now steps in here. He is 0 for 1 here today. Or beg your pardon, 1 for 2. 1 for 2 for Andrew Van Order. Had a base hit back over in inning number 1. So the senior right-hander Andrew Van Order here. Ball hit hard into left field. That will be just foul. So Vio out front on that one. Meanwhile, I believe Lucas Hammerly is still the base runner. I wasn't sure if we'd get a pinch runner or not for him. Pitch misses inside. The throw down to second. Not going to be in time for the speedy Lucas Hammerly. He will be in there with a stolen base. And a 1-1 count now to Andrew Van Order Vio. Nobody out here. Runner in scoring position for Pacelli. Bio swings through strike 2 now. Styles set and the pitch, a swing and a miss by Van Order here. So he will be down on strikes. So Sully Schober now 0 for 2 here this afternoon. The lead runner down at second in Hammerly. Schober swings through strike 1 here. May have gotten a piece of that. Looks to be action in the Pacelli bullpen. So Schober hits it down to second, the 4-3, the throw coming home. And that will not be in time. So Hammerly scoring. Head first slide there, nice heads up base running for Hammerly. And I think we mentioned that earlier. Maybe Saturday, Lucas, one of those guys that high baseball IQ and certainly has the wheels as well. So he scores the 6th run here for Pacelli. Styles out of the stretch and the pitch. Misses in here now. And Saddlemeyer showing some wheels here. Running for that foul ball. So Emmett Styles goes 2-0 now here to Opper. Kelton 0 for 2 here this afternoon. Grounded to third his last at-bat. And a 3-0 count here for Kelton. In all likelihood, the take is on. And a called strike. So 3-1 hitters count now here to Opper. And Styles will miss outside. So Opper aboard now for Pacelli. Jaden Garski here will get Nick Grivach to do the courtesy running for Kelton Opper. Senior Nick Grivach, number 6 over there, pinch base running here. 2 outs here with Jaden Garski. He is 0 for 1 here this afternoon. Walked and scored a run back over in inning number 2. Bryce Flaker in the on-deck circle should Jaden reach here. With Grivach out at first. And a called strike here to Garski. Ball misses inside, so 1-1 here now to Jaden. Ball misses out here. Count goes 2-1 here to Jaden. Styles working out of the stretch, and his pitch misses high, gets away from Dernbach. And Grivach aboard with a stolen base there. And a 3-1 hitters count now to freshman Jaden Garski. And the caught stealing, so that will end. Garski will be up next at bat here, so 1 hit, 1 run. We move to the 6th inning here. Pacelli up 6-3. You're listening to and watching high school baseball, Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe. And now open on Saturday nights. Try the new Rock and Roll Cafe Bar and Grill on Church Street.
All right. We are back here at Buchholz Park here in Stevens Point. Score reads 6-3 Pacelli here. We are ready to begin inning number 6 here. Hoff Favor Real Estate. Andy Hoff and Cindy LaChapelle of the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group are your local Stevens Point realtors. That's Andy Hoff and Cindy LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate. They also brought to you today by Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. So we are in the top half of inning number 6 here. Pratt hits one sharply over to Badoon. Nice play. Badoon with a beautiful play. The 6-3 to get Clarence Pratt. Textbook play there for Pratt, who is retired. He was 1 for 2 with a double. Pratt was prior to that. Out number 1 here. So Aiden Phillips, 1 for 2 here today at a base hit back over in inning number 2. Grounded to short in inning 4. And looks at ball 1 here in inning number 6. And Hammerly misses just up, it looks like. So 2-0 here to Phillips. Ball misses upstairs. So 3-0 now to Phillips with the 1 out here. And a called strike to Aiden Phillips. So hitters count 3-1 now here to Aiden. Hammerly out here for his 6th inning of work here for Pacelli. And Phillips swings through strike 2 here, so count goes full to Aiden Phillips, the junior. 1-4-2 here today. And Phillips swing and a miss, strike 2. I beg your pardon, that's strike 3, so that will be second out. And Brody Dernbach here, 2-4-3 here this afternoon. A couple base hits. Flew out to center in inning number 4. Hammerly's offering misses down low. And the 6:02 train rolling through Stevens Point right now. Just past the Wisconsin River here out in Stevens Point. So 2-0 the count now to Dernbach. Again, 2-4-3 for Brody today, and a third base hit here for Mr. Dernbach. Through the hole between third and short. So he will be aboard with 1 out, or 2 outs, I beg your pardon, with Tanner Lamb here. Tanner Lamb 1-for-1 today at a base hit back in inning 3 and a couple of walks here today. Little Scholars Childcare. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early childhood learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. So Brody Dernbach aboard at first for the Almond-Bancroft Eagles here. Hammerly working out of the stretch to Tanner Lamb. Dernbach going. Reinke throw down to second is not going to be in time, and Dernbach will be there with a stolen base for Almond. And a 1-1 count now to Lamb. Ball skips in the dirt here to Lamb, 2-1 now. And Hammerly's offering will be a foul ball. Count now goes even at 2-2 here to Tanner. And Hammerly's pitch here misses up here, so count now goes full. Lucas's pitch here is a called third strike, and that will be the end here. And that is another one of the ServPro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at ServPro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We move to the bottom half of inning number 6. Pacelli out front 6-3. You're listening to and watching high school baseball, Pacelli Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
All right, back out here for the bottom half of inning 6 here. Pacelli girls with a 5-3 victory over Almond-Bancroft today in softball. Dan Lau tells me, so nice job to the Pacelli softball team here with a 5-3 victory over Almond-Bancroft. We are score here 6-3. Bottom half of inning number 6 here. Pacelli with the 6-3 advantage here. One of our many sponsors here, Cheese Pleasers. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. Also brought to you today by Fleet Farm. Pick up all your pets' favorites from Fleet Farm. Find everything from food and treats to toys and health products under one roof. From all the brands you trust, dogs or cats, they've got you covered. Shop your pets' everyday essentials at Fleet Farm. So Jaden Garski here to lead things off here in the 6th inning here of play. Pacelli again with the 6-3 advantage. Stiles back out on the hill for Almond. And Stiles catches the inside corner for strike 1 here. Bryce Flaker in the on-deck circle for Pacelli. Ball hit very hard over to second, and Garski will be retired on the 4-3 ground out for the first out here in inning number 6. Wood Street Rentals, no matter the job, big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done. Offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site, look to Wood Street Rentals in Stevens Point. So Stiles misses outside here now to Flaker. Stiles offering to Flaker, swing and a miss here, so 1-1. Flaker fouls that one off his right leg, it looks like, perhaps. Looks to be okay. A 1-2 count now to Flaker. Ball hit over to second. That's going to be mishandled for a moment, and the speedy Flaker will be aboard. We'll see if they score that a hit or not. I think they will. Would have been a pretty tough play based on the location of that, so Flaker will be aboard. And Badoon steps up here. He is 2 for 2 here this afternoon, a couple of base hits and a walk. Flaker on the steal. The throw down to second will not be in time. Flaker will be in with a stolen base. And a runner in scoring position now for Pacelli for Melise Badoon. So Badoon again 2 for 2 today. Couple of singles and a walk. A called strike now to Melise with a 1-1 count. Runner in scoring position out, and Flaker Styles throw down to second. Flaker will be back in safely. Styles from the stretch and the pitch here. Smashed foul down over near the bullpen over there. Off the bullpen fence, in fact. So Flaker will go back to second. And Badoon will have a 1-2 count here with senior Peyton Fleas in the on-deck circle. Ball misses inside now. 2-2 here to Badoon. That ball misses inside. Count goes full now with Flaker over to third on the wild pitch. So full count now to Badoon. Styles the throw back over to third. Flaker retreats back. I believe that's Tucker Styles, so Styles to Styles. Full count here to Badoon. And ball 4 to Melise, so his second walk here today. Center fielder Peyton Fleas here. He is 1 for 2 with a double today. And a run scored, a few stolen bases. Walked in inning number 1. So 1 for 2 here today. The runner's at the corner. He fouls that one away here. So Fleas down 0-1 here. Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at culliganh2o.com. So Badoon down at first. Bryce Flaker down at third. Styles pitch a called strike to Fleas, so count now goes 0-2 to Peyton. And that ball lifted into center field. That'll be a base hit. That should score a run. And a base hit for Fleas. Fleas hustling down to second on the RBI for Peyton Fleas. So Fleas with a couple of hits today. Badun goes to third. Meanwhile, Fleas over at second. Another run scored here with 1 out, and Asher Jordan here. 0 for 2 here for Asher. Stiles throwing back down to second. Jordan 0 for 2 here. He did have a walk back in inning 2. Ball misses inside. No action, no coming in. So 1-0 now to Jordan. Lucas Hammerly in the on-deck circle for Pacelli. Jordan with a bunt in place. Going to be just foul. It's going to roll foul. But it was placed well. But it rolls foul here, so Jordan now with a 1-1 count here. With Peyton Fleas out at second. Melise Badun over at third. And Jordan rips one into the gap. That'll be a base hit. That will score Badun. Jordan going to second. He will be in there with a stand-up double, couple RBIs. And Badun scores. Fleas scores, and Jordan aboard with a double. So Nolan Wojcik here to be the courtesy base runner here for Pacelli over at second for Jordan. Jordan with that double, which plates a couple of runs here for Pacelli and moves that lead to 9-2-3 here today. And Hammerly with 1 out here. 1 for 2 with a walk for Lucas. Lucas scored a couple runs here today as well. And 1-0 now to Luke. Ball misses down. Stiles working from the stretch here, and the pitch. A called strike to Lucas. Stiles goes down to second. That's Lamb over there. So 2-1 now to Hammerly. And Hammerly swings and fouls that one back here to count now goes even at 2-2. With Wojcik out at second. Ball lifted out of play, foul here, so count will remain 2-2 to Hammer. Who has pitched very well today, junior Lucas Hammerly. That ball just missed outside, so count now goes full to Lucas. Stiles from the stretch and the pitch. Ball driven foul. That will probably catch the bullpen. just in front of it, in fact. So count now full here remains to Hammerly. Styles' pitch is hit out into right field for a base hit for Lucas. Throw coming home. Lucas going to second with some heads-up base running for Lucas Hammerly. And a base hit for Lucas. His second here today.
Lucas' second hit of the day brings up the designated hitter, number 5.
Designated hitter Andrew Van Order here today. He is 1 for 3. Had a base hit back over in inning number 1 here. 1 out here with a couple of runners in scoring position for VO. Styles' pitch swung and missed by Van Order. And a called strike here to Van Order. So 0-2 our count. One out here with a couple of base runners on here for VO. Ball hit into the hole. That'll be a base hit and an RBI for Andrew Van Order, his second hit here today. So Van Order continuing that hot bat here. Continuation from Saturday, game 2. Well, runners at the corner here. Head coach Rod Trzynski out here to say a few words. See if we'll have a pitching change here or not. If we do, then we'll go to a commercial. Stevens Point Orthopedics, proudly providing the Central Wisconsin community with orthopedic, sports medicine, and physical therapy services. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. So we'll stay right here, see if we get a change of pitchers or not. It's looking as though maybe not. So Pacelli has extended their lead now 10-3. Lucas Hammerly out at third base there for Pacelli. Andrew Van Order with that second hit here today for VO for Pacelli. So he's over at first, and Sully Schober steps up here. He is 0 for 3 here this afternoon. Looks like Coach Rod Trzynski will stay with Emmett Styles here. One out here for Sully Schober. And Sully 0 for 3 today. Runners at the corner now for Pacelli. And ball misses high now to Schober. Styles' pitch misses a bit high now, so count goes to 2-0 here to Schober. And ball high now, so a 3-0 count here to Sully. And a 4-pitch walk here will load things up here for Kelton Opper. So Opper now 0 for 2 with a walk. Opper walked his last at bat here, plate appearance back in inning 5. So bases are loaded for Kelton. And a strike from Stiles to Dernbach for strike one on Opper. Ball hit back to Stiles, going home with it. A double play. Good heads up baseball there for Almond-Bancroft to get the double play. So we will move to the bottom half of inning, or beg your pardon, top half of inning number 7 here. Pacelli 10-3. This will be last wraps for Almond. 10-3 our score. You're listening to and watching high school baseball. Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, we are back out here for the 7th inning of work here. Pacelli had the 5 hits, 4 runs back in their half of inning number 6 here. We move to the 7th. Pacelli with the 10-3 advantage here. Last call for Almond. Almond-Bancroft here, and Peyton Fleas will be out on the hill to try and close this one out here for Pacelli. We saw him a little bit in relief on Saturday against Bonduelle. So Emmett Stiles, I believe, will lead things off here. Shane Clysmith and Davis Dernbach here for the Almond-Bancroft. So 3, 4, and 5 coming up here for Almond-Bancroft. Again, senior right-hander Peyton Fleas in on relief here. Lucas Hammerly pitched a pretty darn good baseball game today. Six strikeouts for Lucas Hammerly. He went 6 innings strong. Gave up the 3 runs here. Don't know that all 3 of them were earned. I believe they may have been, but pitched very well. Had those 6 Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts here, did Lucas Hammerly. So Peyton Fleas working out of the stretch in relief here for Pacelli to Emmett Stiles. And first pitch, a called strike to Stiles. Emmett here is 0 for 2 this afternoon. Flea's pitch misses down and out here, so 1 to Stiles here. Ball driven into the shallow outfield, and that will be Lucas Hammerly there for it. So Stiles will be retired on the 4-3 flyout, or beg your pardon, the F4. 1 out here. So Clysmith here had the double last at bat. Shane Clysmith here, this senior. Ball misses out here to Shane. So, leave the count 1-1 now here to Clysmith. Count goes to 2-1. Davis Dernbach in the on-deck circle for Almond. Ball hit just over the outstretched arms of Fleas. Badoon making the play, a nifty play at that. And they are not going to get Clysmith. That will be a base hit for Shane, so his second hit here today. So runner aboard with 1 out now for Davis Dernbach. 1-4-2 here this afternoon. Had a walk to start things off over in inning 1. Had the double in inning 3. And Flees 1-0 now to Davis. Throw down to second. Not going to be in time for the speedy Shane Kleismith, so he'll be in with a stolen base. So Eric Reinke here to say a few words to his senior right-hander here in on relief for Pacelli. Davis Dernbach again 1-4-2 here today. Ashton Shapinski over in the on deck. Actually, no, that may be a pinch hitter perhaps. We'll see. Looks like it might be. Ball hit down to Opper at first. Flees covering. And they're going to get the out at first. For the 3-2 put out. For out number 2. Or 3-1, I should say. 3-1 put out here. So it looks like number 7 here for Almond-Bancroft. We'll get a pulse on who that is here. Like perhaps Carson Garner, I believe. Garner, I believe. And a called strike now, so 1-1 here to Carson. 2 outs here now. Kleismith over at third. Wild pitch here, coming in home, not going to get the speedy Kleismith. He'll slide in for the run. And another stolen base for Shane. And 2-1 now to Carson. Looks to be Tucker Stiles in the on-deck circle for Almond-Bancroft should Carson reach here in a called strike. So 2-2 now. 2 outs. And a swing and a miss for out number 3, and that will be a final here. That is a Servpro Jamie Wenzel strikeout, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at Servpro for the number 1 choice and cleanup and restoration. A final here at Buchholz Park here in Stevens Point, 10-4. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up here shortly. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your fresh cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield Curtis or NasonvilleDairy.com. Final again, 10-4 Pacelli. Will hopefully get a few words with Coach Wayne Sankey and a player of choosing here. We'll take a few moments here for commercial with our Nasonville Dairy. You've been watching to and listening to high school baseball, Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back here momentarily for our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Hopefully an interview with Coach Sankey and a Cardinal. Back here momentarily on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farm.
All right, we are good. Head coach here, Wayne Sankey. You guys come out of here with a 10-4 victory over crosstown rival, kind of, in Almond-Bancroft. Coach, talk a little bit about today.
Almond, they're a tougher team than their record indicates. With Lamb on the hill and Emmett Stiles there, those are some good pitchers. And our guys came to play today. I was really proud of their approach, especially after Saturday not turning out so good for us. We came ready to play, and that's what we've got to do.
Yeah, like you said, you got to come ready to play every time. You guys got a big plate full of conference games coming up here. Coach, talk about the guys as you guys get in. I think next Tuesday is already, I think it's next Tuesday is the end of the regular season.
Yeah, next Tuesday's the end of the regular season. Seeding meeting's this Wednesday, so this game and tomorrow are our two biggest games going into that seeding meeting. So we want to take care of business, so hopefully we can get a first-round bye, and that's what we're looking for.
No, I think that's a great plan. You guys are back at it, I believe, at Rochelle tomorrow. I think it's a 4 o'clock start, if I'm not mistaken. So
I got to check.
Either way, we'll be there with Zaleski Sports. But Coach, anything else today?
No, I just, like I said, I really like the kids' approach and the way they came together as a team. And they, like I said, they could have went in the other direction after Saturday, but I'm really satisfied. But we got to build off this and keep going.
Keep working hard.
All right,
I like it,
Thank
Coach.
you. You bet.
Nice
I'm gonna sneak out.
Appreciate it. All right. That is head coach Wayne Sankey here, as he mentioned here, getting the conference victory here. And every game really is pivotal. Coach mentioned you have tonight's game and tomorrow, 2 games before the seeding meetings occur. We've got junior Melise Badoon here. Melise is our Zaleski Sports highlight player in the house. But Melise, before we get to that, I got to ask, just talk about this team right now. Talk about your role. You had 3 base hits tonight.
My role is just to get on and get the other people up the bat, give Peyton and Asher and Lucas chances to get me in. We had the suicide squeeze attempt by Asher, just trying to score runs, and that's kind of what the team is, just scrappy and just score runs and get ahead and keep it that way and have our defense make plays behind our pitchers, Lucas tonight and Peyton, and just come out with the victory. And that's our main goal.
Yeah, and I think you really did that, Melise. And I think the biggest thing with regard to the hitting, you guys were very heads up on the base paths tonight. You had a lot of good things as far as stolen bases, getting guys to the right spot at the right times. Talk a little bit about the base running approach.
Yeah, I mean, we like to be aggressive. I mean, when we got that first and third opportunity, we like to steal and try to manufacture runs as we can. I mean, and we're just really aggressive and try to get that extra base when we can, just to make it, if we get to second on a maybe routine single that they overplay, that takes away the double play, and that just gives us an extra out there in that inning, and that just helps getting that extra base every inning.
Absolutely, and like you guys said, even Coach said too, just the manufacturing of runs, and so important as you get into the late stretch here of the season. Melise, anything else before we get you count down in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House here?
No.
Nothing, okay. Well, we'll count you down. We'll start with 3, and then you'll obviously say your name and that you're in the house. We'll start with 3, 2, 1.
I'm Melise Badoon, and I'm in the house.
All right, Melise Badoon. That is junior Melise Badoon in the house. I think we might have had an appearance there from Andrew Van Order, who's also been swinging a hot bat the last couple of games that he's played in here. 10-4 again is our final out here at Buchholz Park here at Leo Cub Manchesky here in Stevens Point. Always good to get a conference victory under your belt. Pacelli will be back on the road tomorrow. They will be at Rosholt in another CWC South conference game, and as Coach Wayne Sankey said, the last game before the seeding meeting, hopefully they can come out of there and take care of business, as Coach Wayne said, and that could definitely help their cause as far as the playoff seedings go. Again, final out here tonight at Buchholz Park, 10-4 Pacelli. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Zaleski Sports will be on the call here. We will be out at Rosholt over at, I believe it's Jack Brooks Field, with Zaleski Sports. Dan Lau on the production. Brandon Berencott here tonight on the call. Have yourself a very good Monday night. Back at it tomorrow night on Zaleski Sports. Have a good night.